For staying with us tonight. An outpouring of community support as we remember 9 people shot and killed in downtown Dayton.
The memorials in the city's popular Oregon district are growing. Just before noon, city officials updated us, that is, on the investigation. So here's what we know. 11 people remain in the hospital, and of the 37 people hurt or killed, the police chief says 14 of those injuries came directly from gunfire. The rest were hurt while running for safety. Mayor Nan Whaley also expressed her amazement at the support for Dayton and stressed the Oregon District is now open for business.
9 on your sides. Craig McKee is anchoring our coverage live from the Oregon District. Craig, what is the atmosphere and mood there today?
Well, Kristen, I can tell you that it's a very somber atmosphere. Of course, we've continued to see a number of people streaming through, bringing flowers and balloons and candles to pay their respects to those 9 people who lost their lives here early Sunday morning. But we also started today to get word from the national level. President Donald Trump speaking about this event and also the mass shooting in El Paso, calling out state and federal agencies, saying that he wants them to develop tools to better detect mass shooters, saying that there are warning signs and red flags out there.
We must do a better job of identifying and acting on early warning signs.
Now here locally, the Greater Cincinnati Fusion Center works to investigate these so-called red flags if they are reported to help prevent terrorist attacks. Our Marielle Carbone is covering that side of the story. And Marielle, what's the center saying?
Well, Craig, at this point, with the investigation still going on in Dayton, they haven't really said what the red flags are for the mass shooter there, but staff here at the Fusion Center say that they are ready and willing to take any calls with any tips for what people might be saying to prevent another mass shooting from happening. They say if you see something, to say something. 30 seconds, changing a community for a lifetime. But before the shots were ever fired, there's a major question. Were there warning signs?
We worry about missing something. Was there something out there somebody saw that they didn't report?
Captain Ted Sampson is director of the Greater Cincinnati Fusion Center, a collaborative of local agencies that analyzes tips and gathers intelligence on possible threats.
There are signs out there that people miss or they overlook or they don't report. Other times, it comes without warning.
According to Homeland Security, potential warning signs include increasingly erratic behavior, observable grievances, and hostile behavior. Sampson encourages people to call and report anything they find suspicious to either law enforcement or the Fusion Center.
They want those calls.
If it's deemed a credible threat, the center investigates further, relaying the information to the proper agency to then act.
If it's possible, it's credible. So we err on the side of caution when it comes to that.
In hopes of stopping what happened in Dayton from ever happening again.
You can't prevent everything, but you can be prepared the best that you can.
And Sampson says the way to be prepared is to have a plan whenever you're out anywhere, to just know where the exits are. And if it's already beyond that and you do find yourself in an active shooter situation, you want to follow the run, hide, and fight rules. First thing you want to do is run, get away. If you can't do that, hide, get out of the shooter's line of sight. And at your very last thing that you could possibly do, you want to fight for your life in that situation. Reporting live from the Fusion Center, Marielle Carbone, 9 on your side.